Whoa, that was even better than I expected. Michigan um, chokes out with their boa constrictor move. They choke out Indiana. The boy Joel Klatt loves the fact that he made that up, doesn't he? Everyone's using it now. He brings it up a lot. It's funny, but it's true. Michigan will strangle you to death the longer the game goes. They position you into place and and finish you off. Offensively, Michigan dominant, except for the first two drives. They were 6 of 11 on third down and 2 for 2 on fourth down. They had 407 total yards offensively. 163 of them were on the ground. They had 3 and outs on them first two drives, but after that, they went on 8 straight scoring drives, 52 unanswered points. Um, Domination. J.J. McCarthy was 14 of 17 for 222 yards and 3 touchdowns in a rainy-ish game, especially in that third quarter. Um, he also had 10 carries for only 27 yards, but he escaped that pocket. I did not expect Indiana to be able to get that much of a pass rush on J.J. McCarthy. I think he was sacked 3 times early on in this game. Jack Tuttle came in late and was 5 for 5 and had a touchdown pass to Carmelo English very late in the game. I was wondering if Indiana Tom Allen was going to shake his hand. Is that running up the score? I don't know. I don't know. Is it just practice with the youngsters and backups? It's in the books now, though. Corum had only 13 carries for 52 yards, a little bit low on the average there, but he had the 2 touchdowns. Moving up the all-time record books is Corum. Ben Hall came in late in the game and had 9 carries for 58 yards, so he was actually the leading rusher on the team on the limited action that he had. Donovan Edwards got his first touchdown this season, which is great, but it was a grind. It was very difficult for him. 9 carries for only 20 yards on the ground for him. He did have some good catches out of the backfield, though. Loveland had 3 catches for 80 yards and a touchdown. That beautiful catch and run along the sideline. He cut back and ran into the end zone. Morris had 4 catches for 54 yards. Wilson and Morgan both got in on the touchdown action, too. They had one each themselves. Defensively, 232 yards allowed, only 92 rushing when they were averaging over 200 rushing yards a game. Pretty good. They also had 4 takeaways, and it could have been more. 2 interceptions and 2 fumble recoveries. Rayshon Benny, Michael Barrett, and Jalen Harrell all had a sack, and Rod Moore and Keon Sabb had them interceptions. How did Mason Graham pick up that ball with that club in his? How did he pick that up just perfectly, and then pursued on to break a couple of tackles and have like a 10-yard fumble recovery return? That was amazing by him, that dude. I tell you what, just for being a sophomore, there's a few sophomores on the team. Kenneth Grant, I think, is a sophomore too, and I'm excited about that. This game, Kalel Mullings did not suit up in this game. There was undisclosed reasons. I hope he's okay. But like I said, Michigan started. Indiana had the ball first, and they went 3 and out, and they had a bad punt to Michigan's 48-yard line. Michigan, on their first play from the line of scrimmage, Loveland dropped the ball. He dropped the ball, and that put Michigan behind the chains. They cannot do that. That's what they did in these first couple drives. McCarthy was sacked. That was one of them. It was 3 and out for Michigan. And Indiana's second possession, they had a 3rd and 2, and Bradley Archer had a 10-yard catch. Cam Camper came in, had a 15-yard catch. And then on 3rd and 3, Christian Turner had a 7-yard run. McCulley had a 10-yard catch. And on 3rd and 7, they had a false start, so it backed him up. On 3rd and 12, Sainer still deflected it, and Rod Moore intercepted the ball at the goal line. It was Michigan's ball. Corum came out running 6 yards. And Carr Jr. Sacked J.J. McCarthy, so put him behind the sticks there again. 3rd and 7 was incomplete, 3 and out for Michigan. Indiana changed quarterbacks to Brendan Sorsby and he had a 7-yard run right away. And on 3rd and 3, he had a 16-yard scamper. And on 3rd and 1, he had a 1-yard run. Then, after a injured player TV in timeout, they concocted a nice game plan here. A double pass from McCulley to Lucas for a 44-yard bomb into the end zone. 7-0 Indiana. Michigan is losing to Indiana. That's right. But fear not. Michigan had the ball, and JJ was sacked, and he fumbled it again, but it went out of bounds. Loveland then had a 13-yard catch. Corum had a 12-yard run. Loveland, and then we're into the second quarter now. Loveland had a 13-yard catch. Cornelius Jensen, 15-yard catch. Corum, 15 yards on a nice little pitch forward, end around type deal. And Corum then had the 1-yard touchdown run. It was tied up 7-7 early in the second quarter. Okay, here we go. Here comes Michigan. And Indiana's McCulley had a 6-yard catch on their next drive. Howland, a 6-yard run. But on 3rd and 2, Kenneth Grant standing there like this, and the ball's right in his hands, and he dropped it, and he knew it. But hey, that's why he's a defensive lineman. And Indiana punted the ball. On Michigan's next drive, Edwards had a 17-yard catch and run. And on 3rd and 6, Tyler Morris had a 23-yard catch. Morris then had a 14-yard catch. He's coming on the scene very nicely. A.J. Barner had an 18-yard catch. And at 3rd and goal, McCarthy had a 6-yard run. So what are we going to do? We're going to go for it. 4th and goal from the 2. Wilson in the back of the end zone, 2-yard touchdown catch. Beautiful. 14-7 Michigan. Indiana started their next drive with 3 minutes and 24 seconds left in the half, and they started it with a hands-to-the-face penalty, which negated a 37-yard catch by McCulley. Bad mistakes there. They had some penalties, like 5 of them, that they shot themselves in the foot. On 3rd and 16, it was incomplete, 3 and out. Tyler Morris had a 31-yard punt return to Indiana's 46-yard line. With 1:44 left, Michigan there was a late hit penalty on Indiana that helped start Michigan's drive, and Wilson had a 7-yard catch. JJ scrambled and pitched it like he's running to the left and just like 10 yards, 15 yards maybe, to who caught that? It was Edwards, right? To Edwards for 16 yards. And then Corum had a 1-yard touchdown run. Edwards wanted to stay in, but Michigan called a timeout and put Corum in there. Wow. Edwards got his touchdown later on, but that stings right there. It was 21-7 Michigan at halftime. Michigan opened up the second half with the ball. McCarthy had an 11-yard run. Morris had an 8-yard catch. And on 3rd and 5, it was a false start. And on 3rd and 10, JJ evades pressure for a 16 yards. Pressure, and this is where he directed Colston Loveland. He was telling him, go, 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 and he completed it to Loveland for a 54-yard touchdown catch. Beautiful play there. Improv, backyard football with J.J. McCarthy. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. 28-7 Michigan. Indiana, Jalen Harrell had a 13-yard sack. On their next possession, they went 3 and out. Michigan had Corum with a 9-yard run, then 11-yard run. McCarthy with a 22-yard scramble. And Samaj Morgan had a touchdown. It was 35-7. Indiana, they were sacked, and it was a fumble by Michael Barrett, recovered by Michigan at Indiana's 15-yard line. And then McCarthy was sacked and fumbled, but luckily Michigan recovered. And on 3rd and 12, McCarthy had a 7-yard run. The field goal was good. 38-7. Indiana, Lucas had a 4-yard run and a 7-yard catch, so they had a first down. And then Amorion Walker had a nice play, tackle for loss. And on 3rd and 13, Cooper Jr. had that 17-yard catch up the sideline, twisted, landed on his head, and since his head landed in, it was a good catch. I'm glad that guy's okay. He could have been paralyzed from that play, but he got up. He's good. But wow, what a catch. Christian Turner then had a 7-yard run, and on 3rd and 3, it was incomplete. And on 4th and 3, a fumble was recovered by Mason Graham, that one that I was talking about. Michigan put in Jack Tuttle at this point, just before the fourth quarter, quarterback, and he completed the ball to Morris for 9 yards, and that was the end of the third quarter. Then Ben Hall started his show. 8-yard run, 19-yard run. Then Donovan Edwards got his first touchdown of the season. It's 45-7 Michigan. Indiana's next possession, Keon Sabb had that interception and a 28-yard return to Indiana's 36-yard line. And Benjamin Hall came back on the ground for Michigan, 5-yard run, and on 3rd and 3, Hall had an 8-yard run, then he had a 12-yard run, and on 4th and goal, screw it, let's pass it into the end zone with Tuttle to Carmelo English for a 4-yard touchdown. That was 52-7 Michigan. And then with 6:03 left in the game, Indiana pretty much ran out the clock and got close to scoring. Howland had a couple first down runs, a 3rd and 4 from Holloman. For Holloman, it was a 5-yard run on that 3rd down. And then at 3rd and 9, Sorsby was scrambling forward and he fumbled the ball. Luckily, their player got back onto it. And on 4th and 2, Sorsby barely got the first down, which led to Omar Cooper's Jr.'s touchdown. Beautiful touchdown there, but it was taken off with 19 seconds left in the game because of illegal touching. He went out of bounds and came back in. That has to hurt. They could have scored more than anyone on Michigan this season, but it was brought back. And on 4th and 3, it was incomplete. The game was over. Michigan still ran the ball to get 407 yards or whatever they got offensively, and the clock ran out. This is just what we are accustomed to suspecting what Michigan will do every week, I'm thinking. Give up 7 points and score 52. Score 52. The backups came in and did admirably. It was the starters that gave up that 7 points early in the game. So I love it. I love it. Next week at Michigan State. Stay tuned for preview for that game, and y'all have a great day and enjoy the rest of these games. We beat Georgia in the scoring wise, I think it was 37-20. They gave up 20 to Vanderbilt. Wow, and only scored 37. I didn't watch most of the game. I was pretty much on Michigan. All the top 4 teams played in this noon window. Florida State kicked ass, and Ohio State. Did they shut out Purdue? Looked like that was what was going to happen. So congratulations to them. But Michigan had the best performance of all of them, 52-7. Thanks, everybody. Remember to like the video and have a great day. Go Blue.